Before we start, a couple of notes. The Chicago Steel took down the Dubuque Fighting Saints 2-0 in a best-of-3 series with a 2-1 win on Friday night, 6-1 victory in the series clincher on Saturday. They advanced to face the number 2 seeded Muskegon Lumberjacks in the Eastern Conference Final. It's the third conference final appearance for the Steel in the last 4 Clark Cup playoffs. Game 1 scheduled for Friday, May 7th at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Game 2 is going to be on the road Saturday, May 8th. That's at Mercy Health Arena in Muskegon, Michigan. Game 3, if necessary, will be back at Fox Valley Ice Arena. That's going to be Monday, May 10th, again, if necessary. The winner of that series is going to move on to face either the Sioux City Musketeers or the Fargo Force in the Clark Cup final. So with that, we'll open it up to Steel head coach Brock Sheahan, open for questions.
Brock, actually, so how challenging has this year been? Every league's been facing challenges. How has it been for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a different year than normal for sure, just with the procedures and protocols, the way that we go about our day-to-day. I do think that we've made it as normal as possible for our players. And in a normal year, we do a lot more things together as a team or outside the rink. Our guys aren't around each other like they normally would be. And we try to almost limit our time together as a group to here. So I do think it's, and then there's just stressors, you never know we're always testing. So, and then we've had a couple of times where guys have been symptomatic, but they've tested negative. They've had, because there's other illnesses out there other than COVID. So it has been challenging, but we were able to get all 54 games in. And I'm just really grateful for the fact that we've been able to play hockey this year and that we're still going at it right now.
You guys have been at the top of this league now for a few years. You've really established yourself as a franchise and developing players that could go into the NHL. How proud are you guys of that?
Yeah, as a program, as an organization, we're extremely proud of what we do here every day. I think that it starts up top with our ownership and Larry Robbins and, our general manager, Ryan Hardy, and our scouting staff does a great job finding the right type of kids to come here that burn to be players and want to get better. Then I think that our entire hockey staff that works with our players day to day takes pride in helping each individual attain their goals and then helping the team get better as well. So we're really proud of where we're at as an organization and just trying to continue to push to get better.
Yeah, and just by what you said there, do you have an organizational way that you develop a player, or like you just said, do you take each player and look at their talents and then develop them for there to become the best player they can be? How does that work?
Yeah, it's each player we work with individually. So whether it's like an Owen Power who's possibly going to go number 1 overall in the draft that's now at Michigan that was with us for 2 years, or a player that's not as highly touted that's played 4 or 5 years of junior hockey. Whatever we can do to make them the best version of themselves as a player and a person, that's what we're trying to do, and help them get to where they can, whatever that ceiling is for them, and hopefully have them be, well-adjusted, great individuals away from the rink that are going to be successful when they're done playing hockey, and then be as successful as possible in the game of hockey.
Have you guys used an ownership? Have you guys see the Steel as a destination for many young kids or young players to get there to take the next step?
Yeah, like I think that I think that a lot of young players and college teams are really happy if their players are here. I think that we've done a really good job with the kids that we've had here over the last couple of years, and hopefully that any high-end players they want to come here, and that's I think that the word around the hockey world is that the Chicago Steel do things the right way.
How busy have you been the last couple of years with? I mean, sure, scouts are doing more things virtually, right? Have you been busy sending out more tapes and the things like that to get your players either at colleges or, other leagues?
Yeah, most of our players are committed to schools beforehand. with the NCAA rule changes, the youngest players are 04 birth year guys. They aren't able to commit yet to schools, but the vast majority of guys that we have are committed. The guys that aren't, we have a lot of good relationships with colleges, so there's a lot of guys they're watching virtually, and then NHL scouts have been in the building. So from that fact, or from that point of view, for the draft eligible players that we have, they've been seen a lot by NHL teams this year.
So is the team and everybody yourselves excited for the playoffs then?
Yeah. The first round was a tough series against Dubuque, and their short series this year. There's been a change to the way playoffs are done. And then Muskegon is a team that a rival team for the last, since we've been here as a staff. They're coached really well. They do a great job there in Muskegon. They have talented players throughout their lineup, and I expect the conference finals to be a closely contested series.